Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Mark from the Dunright Ranch. It's Saturday morning. I'm not sure what time, 9:30, something like that. I'm going to Knoxville, Tennessee, visit a friend down there. He was in an accident, and he's not really from down there, so he's kind of in an area, with nobody around. So I was supposed to go yesterday morning and visit him, but the day before I got something in my eye out here in the yard, and it embedded pretty bad, and I actually had to go to the hospital yesterday to get it dug out. I couldn't see all day, so obviously I couldn't drive. So I'm leaving today. My eye still hurts a little bit, but I gotta go see my friend. I am gonna stop at a couple Harley dealers on the way down and do some footage there. My buddy doesn't really want to, he's a pretty private guy, doesn't want to be on YouTube, so not going to film any of that or anything, but thought I'd grab a couple Harley dealers down on the way, and if anything cool happens on the trip, then I'll get that too. But until then, I'll see you when I get there. I'm here at Lima Harley-Davidson. Right over there is the highway, 75, so I was blowing south on the highway, and you can see it pretty easily. So it doesn't look real busy, but let's go in and take a peek and see what we find in here. Great. Good, how are you?
Good. Just out enjoying the day?
I'm actually traveling right now to
Where are you headed?
just to Tennessee.
Well, just to Tennessee's a few hours away.
Yeah, from Michigan,
Been
but
here before?
no, that's why I'm here. I need to get a T-shirt and a poker chip.
Coffee's over there, and there's hot chocolate, and the bathrooms are like right through this wall.
I actually
but you got to go
just
around.
stopped for that, so
Huh?
I'm good
Okay.
on that.
You got anybody in the military? You ever been in the military?
Yeah, I'm a veteran.
Well, thank you. Let me show you our T-shirt. All the M1 Abrams are made here in Lima.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah?
if you knew that or not.
No, I
but,
didn't.
All the M1 Abrams are made here at Lima, so our shop logo has, get the M1 Abrams, and 100 years ago, all the trains were made here.
Oh, I'll be darned.
So, yeah, we sell a lot of them kids. They got kids in the military.
You know, when I was in, the M1 was actually called the XM1. Because
really?
it was
Experimental then, huh?
Yeah, I was
What year is you in?
I was in from 78 to 82.
All right. Well,
So, but yeah, it was M60A3 when I was in.
Isn't that wild?
But the M1 was in.
Now it's M1A, and they just keep adding.
Yeah.
Well, make yourself at home. The
All right.
clothes are back there. Like I said,
It's okay to
parts
take
over
some
there.
pictures and
Oh, yeah.
stuff. I have a YouTube channel, so I'm gonna put this on.
Well, here's what I'd like. You don't get nothing unless you ask for it. If we treat you good, would you put something nice on there about us?
I never put anything bad about a Harley dealer.
Okay.
Even if I don't like it, I just won't film it.
All right. Well,
I don't have anything bad to say about Harley, so.
well, I'm just saying, if we treat you good, would you please put something?
Oh yeah, it'll be favorable for sure.
All right, buddy.
I hope to hit one or two more before I get to Tennessee too. So.
Oh, yeah. Couple down the road.
The channel. This is the dealership here, really clean, nice. I did not know they made the M1 Abrams tank here, so that's pretty cool. So the t-shirts. Very nice. All right, we got to find the t-shirt here. And I like that eagle. That's pretty cool. I like shirts like that.
my little mess here. So you got the shirt and 2 poker chips?
And 2 signs.
Oh, and 2 signs, that's right.
You guys were awesome here.
Thank you. We definitely tried because you guys are awesome.
I love Harley dealers.
I do too.
I had no idea those tanks were built here. I love the things that you discover when you pull off and check out a place and you're like, really?
Yep. I love road trips. Perfect. If you want to stop by, I mean, like, they won't let you in, but there's a tank out by the street. You're minutes from here. When you pull out of here, go up here, and don't go over 75, go to your right, cross over the railroad tracks at the light, which is Dixie Highway. You're going to make a right. Take it all the way down to the next light, which is Buckeye. Turn left, and it's just right there. There's actually a teeny tiny little museum, and there's a tank sitting out by the street. So that might be something you want to do.
Yeah. Okay, I wanted to tell you my little story here about almost going to jail here on my trip this weekend. Before I get into it though, I gotta go get my mail. I got a thing or two from Amazon out there, so in the mailbox. I know even though there's no mail today, but anyway, I want to run out there and show you what it looks like outside today, because it is not what it looked like yesterday. So let's go outside real quick, get that package, and then I'll be right back in and we'll talk about this story here of nearly going to jail. Okay. This is what my road looks like today. It's really hard for me to be out here because it's so blinding with the snow. I had my eye procedure a couple days ago, and I've got a hole in my eye where they had to dig a piece of something out of my eye, and it lets in extra light, and the light is just blinding. But I got to get out to my mailbox. I know it's Veterans Day, but Amazon dumped something in my mailbox, so... But yeah, this is what it looks like today here. Yesterday there was no snow on the ground, and I don't know, there's an inch or two. Right now it's still snowing. I think I heard 6 inches we're supposed to get. I don't know. It's really early in the year for this. I'm not a fan. I used to be when I was younger. Not so much anymore. That's what it looks like. Here's my mailbox. I'm gonna get a couple doodads here. Okay, it's down the road. Just an all-around crappy day. See ya. Okay. Well, I got these packages. It's actually a wide-angle lens for the Osmo Pocket. I've got a couple of them, so I bought a couple of the lenses for them. It's what I got out there in the Amazon thing. But what do you think out there? Not looking so good, huh? Yeah, that's our evil here in Michigan. When I was younger, I liked it, but now that I'm older, I've got a bunch of metal in my body, and me and cold just don't get along anymore. So anyway, back to my story here. I stopped at the Harley dealer there, and you can probably see in there, you know, I haven't edited that footage yet, so I don't know if it's going to be on there, but so I'll tell you again. You know, they told me about in Lima, Ohio there, they used to build locomotives for years and years, and then they don't there anymore. In fact, the plant's been removed, and but what they did tell me, and this is kind of their claim to fame at the Harley dealer there in Lima, is tanks and trains, and I got a t-shirt with that logo on the back of it, which was the same logo that you saw on the geez, I can't remember his name now. I got his card here from Jack Neal there at the Harley dealer when he was showing his phone, that logo. But anyway, when I was checking out there, Lisa that works the clothing area told me about the M1 plant that's there in town. And, you know, I'm a veteran. I was in a tank group, you know, at my first tour, and I was kind of interested in it. You know, the M1, when I was in the service, the M1 was the XM1. It was still experimental. It wasn't in any of the units yet, you know, other than, like I said, it was being tested and stuff. And we had the M60A3, which, you know, that thing weighed like over 60 tons. It was really slow, 35 mile an hour, top speed down a big hill. Up the hill, pack a lunch. It's going to take a while. So anyway, the M1 was a lot more maneuverable, a lot faster, a lot lighter, just a better tank altogether, but I didn't get the privilege of running on that one. But they told me there was the plant there in town, and they had a tank parked out front. So, you know, I told him I didn't think I'd go, but pulling out of there, I thought, you know, gosh, when am I going to be stopped here again to go do this? So I drove around. It was only, I don't know, a mile or two from the Harley dealer. And when you pull in there, there's like a drive going in and a drive coming out, and there's like a little connector drive, and then there's like a guardhouse there, and then, you know, the gates to go in. And when you pull in there, you can see the authorized personnel only, the weapons sign, you know, no weapons. And then there was also a camera sign there that said no photography. Now, my assumption when I pulled in there was that was for beyond that point, once you went past the guard shack, not in the area there where you pull in. So I pulled into the area there, and I didn't go past the guard shack. I parked off to the side, and I got out, and I had my Sony, and I started taking a few pictures, and I got kind of a, you know, there's a sign there that says Department of U.S. Army. I got that, and I took a picture of the guard shack, and I took a couple pictures of the plant, and then I was walking over to get a couple pictures of the M1, and the police showed up. They were, you know, they looked like full-fledged police to me. They might have just been, you know, plant security. I don't really know for sure, but, you know, they had the cars, the guns, the suit. I mean, they were police. So I walked over to the officer, the first one that pulled up. There was actually two that showed up, and, you know, asked him what's the deal, and he's like, you can't take pictures here at all. And I was like, what? You know, this is all out here by the road. And I was just assuming that the picture thing was behind the guard shack and within the plant. No, can't take pictures. He says, our policy is to put you in handcuffs, take you in, confiscate your camera, and you know, put you in jail until this is, you know, your case comes up and whatever. You've, you know, I'm not really sure. He didn't tell me what law I infringed on, but, you know, I get it. It's an Army plant. They don't want just anybody taking pictures and stuff. Even though I'm a veteran, that certainly doesn't qualify me to be any different than anybody else that would be in that situation. So I was a little bit at that point a little nervous, and he wanted me to pull up what pictures I took on my camera. Now, take in mind, I had my Sony. That's a $4,000 camera, and they were wanting to confiscate it. So, you know, they were really friendly to me. They weren't pushy or authoritative, or, you know, they were just a couple of nice guys that happened to be cops there. So I pulled up my pictures, and I instantly, before he even said anything, I started deleting them off of there. And then another officer showed up, you know, and he's watching me too. And they said that the colonel called out from, I guess, their colonel of their security there. Now, you know, in thinking about it, these were probably military police. But they said their colonel called out. They had gotten my ID and ran my ID, and of course on my ID it states that I'm a veteran. And the colonel called out and, you know, asked for their opinion on the situation. And you know, they told him that they didn't feel like I was any threat, that I was just misguided and didn't mean to, you know, break their law or whatever. So the colonel told him that it would be really hard for him to imprison a veteran the day before Veterans Day, thank God. So they let me delete all my pictures, and I didn't go to jail. and they let me keep my camera, so that was really awesome. They did tell me though that, you know, all I have to do if I want pictures is go across the street because that's out of their jurisdiction. But you know, I'm kind of a rule following kind of guy, and at that point I really would have felt that I was still doing something wrong. So I have no pictures, I have no, you know, story of it, video story, other than me just telling you what happened, because like I said, I'm pretty much a rule follower anyway. So but anyway, if you're near Lima, Ohio, or traveling through there, you can certainly stop and take a look at it. It's only a mile or two off the highway, and they have a tank sitting there, and it's a giant plant and stuff. You're not going to see much more, and of course, don't take pictures. But it was pretty interesting, and like I say, it's the closest I've been to going to jail since I was a kid. So anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking with it. My eye's still a little messed up as I sit here right now. It's hurting. It's still a bit red. So I'm kind of dealing with that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I was hoping to get 2 or 3 Harley dealers in there. I just got the one. So my friend's okay. He's actually getting out, I think, tomorrow. And then he's going to head back home. He lives a little bit out west and south. He's out from Oklahoma. So he was traveling through and got into an accident, and so I was going to spend all day Saturday with him, but I wasn't able to leave on Friday because of my eye, which was unfortunate. So, but he was still pretty happy. I spent some time with him. We had some laughs and stuff. He's in good spirits, so everything will be good there. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like it if you did, and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot to do that stuff for me. So anyway, I'm going to keep pumping them out. We are in the middle of winter here in Michigan, so it's really hard to do motorcycle stuff, but I got a few things planned that I want to do. Not really bike stuff, but just kind of interesting stuff. Although Michigan is a horrible place to live here in the winter, there's still some stuff that you can go out and see and do. So we'll be doing that. But until the next time, see you later. Thanks. Bye.